Good morning, Hattiesburg. Thank you for joining us for this COVID-19 and City News briefing for Wednesday, January 5th. Wish you a Happy New Year. Today's numbers, these are system-wide numbers for Merit Health Wesley and Forest General. In the hospital today, we have 75 people who are COVID positive, and of those 75, 17 are in the ICU, and of those 17, 6 are on ventilators currently. Just kind of breaking that down. Of the 75 in hospitals, 26 are fully vaccinated. Now, I want to mention one thing here. While it does appear that a third of these have received 2 doses, it's important to remember that the definition of fully vaccinated is still, when it comes to these reporting, 2 doses. And we know that after 6 months, the ability to fight off COVID-19 starts to wane, and so which is why it's important to get your booster shot. Now, so this doesn't include people with boosters, but these are fully vaccinated, which means 2 doses of Moderna or Pfizer or 1 dose of J&J. So of the 75 in hospitals, 26 were fully vaccinated. Of the 17 in the ICU, 4 were fully vaccinated, and of the 6 on ventilators, as of this morning, 0 were fully vaccinated. Compared to a week ago, obviously, we're seeing some really big jumps here. A week ago, we had 17 people in the hospital. Today, we have 75. And then we had 10 in the ICU last Wednesday. That number has now jumped to 28. Some deaths to report. 2 new deaths in Forest County have been reported over the last week, which brings a total of 265 in Forest. Lamar County is still at 140. New cases, this is as of yesterday. 123 new cases reported in Forest County, Lamar County, 101. I will say that over the past 5 or 6 days, we're seeing 80, 90, over 100 cases per day in each county. And this is kind of reflected on this 7-day average as well. Over the last 7 days, the number of new cases per day is averaged in Forest County at 106.14 and in Lamar County at 90.43. Just compared to a week ago, this number was at 42 last Wednesday, and even the week before that, it's not on the screen, but the week before that we were in the teens, and then it jumped to 42 last week, and now we're at 106.14. Lamar County was at 36, also in the teens the week before, now has almost tripled and gone to 90 7-day average. Vaccination numbers are picking up a little bit. We would like them to pick up a lot more and pick up faster, but 40% in Forest County are now fully vaccinated again. That's the 2 doses. And then an extra 5% have received 1 dose. In Lamar County, that number, 57% have been fully vaccinated with 2 doses, and an additional 6% have received 1 dose. So this morning we had a weekly conference call, and I will say that we had all of our medical professionals on there. We had all the school districts talking about the challenges they're seeing as they're coming back. Students to report to K-12 this week. I know William Carey and Pearl River start next week, and then Southern Miss starts 2 weeks from today. And just one thing I wanted to pull out in terms of new infection numbers. Of course, Hattiesburg Clinic had over 800 new cases reported last week, and that was in their outpatient testing capacity. Had a very high positivity rate, but of those 800 plus new cases, 61% of those were completely unvaccinated. 29% had 1 dose, or they had the 2-dose fully vaccine, or 10% were fully vaccinated and had a booster. Now, keep in mind, the whole point of a vaccine is no one wants to get sick, but if you get COVID, you don't want to end up in the hospital or in the ICU or worse. And so, yes, we're seeing people with boosters. Not about 10% of the new cases are people that have been boosted, but we're not seeing that necessarily translate into hospitalizations and then ICU stays, and of course on ventilators. Again, this morning we had 6 people on ventilators. None of them have been fully vaccinated. Certainly none of them have been boosted. Obviously, testing is going to be a big key for us over the next 2 weeks, and we think, according to our local health folks, and based on what they've seen in other places in other countries, this could continue to go up over the next 2 weeks, and then hopefully the numbers will start to go down. That's kind of been the trend with Omicron, and so Health Department has now changed their testing hours. They're opening earlier now, 7:30 a.m. to 3:50 p.m. I will say that lately those have been about a day wait before you can get in to get a test. But you can book that through covidschedule.umc.edu, and this testing is being done at the 360 shelter near the Multipurpose Center at 946 Sullivan Drive in South Hattiesburg. That's 49 South. Semri, of course, has testing at their Family Health Center and their minor health care clinic 7 days a week, depending on what clinic you go to. We also have Hattiesburg Clinic. All their primary care locations now have testing capacity. as well as Merit Health Wesley at their primary health clinics, as well as their internal medicine clinic on their campus. Would encourage you not to go to the ER if you are seeking testing. If you can't get an at-home test, please go to one of these spots before you show up in the ER to get a test. Several pieces of city news for you. This week we announced the reconstruction of Country Club Road, which is a big project, a $2 million project that will add curb and gutter to that road, as well as a couple of raised crosswalks that will sort of function as speed tables as well to slow down traffic. There'll be an 8-foot multi-use lane on the Vernon Damon Park side, and this really is a complete transformation of this roadway, right at $2 million. 80% of that came from federal funding, and this will take about a year for completion, but it really will be an enhancement to the accessibility and the usability of Country Club Road in South Hattiesburg. Also, if you're in South Hattiesburg, please be mindful that paving is going on WSF Tatum Road. WSF Tatum goes by a couple of housing developments as well as PCS. It also, if you're cutting from the Tatum Park all the way over to Ann Arbor Middle School, this is a big corridor for us, and so please be mindful of paving crews along this stretch of roadway. And then some positive news as well. Travel and Leisure Magazine recognized Hattiesburg's public art scene as one of 11 cities that people should go see in the world for good public art. And we were mentioned alongside those cities of Paris, France, and Singapore, and New York City, and then, of course, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. We've got 40 public art installations, whether that's murals or sculptures. And if you haven't checked this out, it's a good thing to do, especially if you're trying to kind of stay away from others. You can go to the Hattiesburg Alliance for Public Art and Google their public art map, and you can see and go around town and sort of see all of these new murals that are going up, and we hope to see more in the first part of this year. So as we continue on this week, again, we're in the throes of it right now. Encourage you to wash your hands, take care of yourself, wear a mask when you're around others. Absolutely need to do that right now. Get your vaccine and your booster if you haven't already. Most of all, be kind, but we know we're going to be in this the next couple of weeks. We're going to keep giving you updates as this goes on, but we hope that you'll remain safe. Thank you.